guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to be doing my first ever kind of monthly makeup beauty product review. I did a poll in my community tab asking if you guys would be interested in a video where I just kind of talk about the products that I bought and purchased throughout the month rather than a monthly favorites, because I review so many products that it's really difficult for me to develop like real favorites. I really have to use something for a while to be able to say it's a favorite. Overwhelmingly, the vote was for yes, that you guys like to see this type of a video, way more so than not, so I thought I would give it a try. Definitely let me know down in the comments, guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you found it informative, if it is something that you would like to continue to see me do. I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing videos that you guys like to watch, that you're interested in. I don't want to be posting content that you guys are not interested in. Nobody wants to spend a lot of time working on content that people are just not interested in. I want to make sure that you guys are enjoying what you're viewing, so please let me know what you guys are thinking. I have a lot of products in here, so I'm just gonna jump right in so we can get through this pretty quickly. The first thing that I picked up and talked about this month, this is the Disney Princess collection from iHeart Revolution. I really like this. This is my fourth or fifth of these palettes in this collection. On the inside, this one is called Born to Voyage, by the way. On the inside, you have bronzer, blushes, highlighters on this side, and then eyeshadows on this side. The formula, I mean, it's not that great. Let's be honest, the formula in this format, I think they're focused more on like the packaging than the formula, which is fine. If you are a princess lover, you love collecting Disney princess memorabilia, I say this is a cute little addition to your collection. You can put it on your shelf like a book along with the others. I think that's really cute. The blush, now I really like the formula on the blush. This is also Born to Voyage. They open up like this. I don't know if you can see it, but there was like a flower on the inside. It's a very pretty soft petal pink. This has like little tiny gold micro glitters, but they're so fine that when you blend this on your cheek, it pretty much fades away. The palette formula wise wasn't that great, but packaging overall, you know, if you're a collector, is great. The blush though, the formula was fantastic. Next, I picked up a bunch of products from Essence. This product I really love. This was the Fix and Last Makeup Gripping Jelly Primer, hydrating and refreshing. It's kind of like the e.l.f. gripping primer. I think this is actually supposed to be like kind of a dupe of the e.l.f. one, or like the Milk. Very nice consistency. It was very cooling and refreshing on the skin. As you can see, I've already used a decent amount of this. This is a really good job of gripping your makeup to your skin, and it's very long wearing. I love the finish that I'm getting from this. I love the way that it's making my makeup last throughout the day, how my makeup looks at the end of the day after using this as my primer. This was definitely a hit. Definitely enjoying this. And I have some highlighters that I picked up. This one is the Ombre in Happiness Shines From Within, and these are just the Essence the highlighter. This shade is in Sun Showers, and then this one is in Divine. All three of these, as far as like performance wise, is basically the same. None of them are really like that stand out. The Ombre one is a little bit more shiny on the skin, but overall none of them are really that great. The shine on these, they're decent. Slightly glowier Be Pure, and it is a smooth formula, I will give it that. This one though doesn't have as much glow as this one. Of these two, I've been enjoying this one more. And then the Ombre blush, now I got this one like I mentioned in that video because it reminded me of Winky Lux. I'm going to go through all three shades. See, it's pretty, but there's not really much of a shine or a glow to this. So yeah, these are kind of disappointing, not really all that great. Essence Make Beauty Fun eyeshadow palette. The formula in this one is decent. The main issue that I had was there is literally no depth. The two deepest shades are these two. All the rest of the shades you can see are like very similar to each other. There's not a whole lot that you can do with this palette. All your looks pretty much end up coming out the same. If there are some deeper shades in here, then you know you could do a little bit more. Now some of the shades, some of the shimmers though, like this one right here and this one right here, they kind of have these little like stripes in them. These are nice as far as formula goes. I do like the way that they look on the eyelid, but overall, yeah, this was not a great palette. If you've seen my eyeshadow palette declutter, I've already decluttered this, and I think I'm going to pass this on to my daughter, but yeah, wasn't the best. Some of these I've already used because I've done videos, I think, pretty much everything, but the main purpose of this video is to kind of let you guys know what I think of the products now that I've had a little bit more time to work with them. That's kind of the point of this video. This is the Lash Princess Liner Black Waterproof. I don't really like this. It's super big, as you can see. It's very difficult to get like a nice fine line, you know, to do a wing. Most of the product pulls at the bottom. So by the time you get ready to kind of get to the wing, the tip is like already dry and there's not really much you can do. I have to really like go over my line repeatedly in order to, you know, get the line to be even. I like my liner to be less fussy, like the NYX Epic Ink Liner. This one is just too big. Too much work. I've not really been enjoying it. And then the Another Volume Mascara, Just Better, Hyaluronic Acid and Panthenol. What I will say about this one is it does leave my lashes feeling very soft. Like when you touch them, they just feel very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Just very soft, very fluffy. But it doesn't do much for like volume and length. The only formulas from Essence that I've really liked as far as their mascaras have been the Lash Princess mascaras. The other formulas I've just not been that impressed with, and I'm not really that impressed with this one either. Then we have the Boba Tea Collection from Profusion. Now, if you watched that review, then you already know I was not that thrilled with these palettes. The Tin Pan palettes have beautiful formulas. I haven't had any issues with the Tin Pan palettes I've gotten. These just did not perform very well, especially this one. The shade in here is like a shimmer shade, but I swear to God, I could not get it on my eyelid no matter what I did. I tried wetting it. I used a sticky base. It's like it just didn't want to do anything. And the shades overall just didn't blend very well. This one, though, blended a little bit better. And I will say this shade right here in the corner. This shade is super creamy. Like, look at that. Super creamy. Super shiny, super wet looking. The only saving grace of this palette is that forming that shade right there. This palette was just a dud. I loved the blushes. These are exactly the same formula as the ones that were in the Full Bloom. They're just new shades. Best Tea, which is a really pretty corally pink. So gorgeous. This formula blends so beautifully on the skin. It lasts for hours, very long wearing. The shade is terrific. Very pretty, soft pink. I've been enjoying both of these. I've been getting into cream and liquid blushes this year, and this formula has just been outstanding. The last thing from the Boba collection that I tried out was the little water tint trio. First of all, the packaging is super cute. Kind of looks like, you know, little boba tea bottles. The formula, it's pretty. Like the shades are really pretty. It's super thin. It reminds me a lot of the glossy lip stains from Colourpop, except that these do not dry down. So for me, the formula just doesn't work because I like a liquid lipstick that dries down, that's going to have some staying power, is going to be kind of transfer resistant. These are more for somebody that just likes a little tint, you know, just a wash of color. So I'm going to pass these on to my daughter. There's no point in me keeping them in my collection. I know that I'm not going to use them, but I know she'll love them. So the formula is fine. It's not a bad formula. It's just that if you're somebody that likes liquid lipstick, it's going to dry down, it's going to be transfer resistant, this is just not the one for you. Then we have the Moira Cosmetics. This one is the Time to Shine palette. Usually I don't keep the boxes that the palettes come in, but I just thought this one was so cute in the way that it was designed. See on the bottom, there are these little wings, and then you open the wings, and it says Time to Shine on the inside. When I did my pictures for Instagram, I put the palette in the inside of this because that's the way that it was displayed in the promo photos on Instagram, like on the Moira Cosmetics website, as well as I think on the Moira Cosmetics Instagram, as well as the website, I think. But this is the packaging. Very heavy. I do wish it wasn't like so super thick and was a little bit thin, but the color store is really pretty. I enjoyed working with this palette. The shade that caught my attention, there were 4 palettes that were launched. This is the one that just really caught my eye because of this shade right here, which is called Want. Beautiful green shade. I don't know if you can see, but there are these little embossings throughout the palette. It's just really, really beautiful. This is my first time ever using a Moira Cosmetics formula, and I loved it. I thought the mattes were buttery and pigmented. The shimmers were really, really shiny, wet looking on the eyes. I very much enjoyed this palette. For my first experience with the Moira Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, definitely a hit. I also grabbed 3 blushes from Moira. I've really been enjoying playing around with these and using these this month. This one is the Orange Blossom. And the inside of the blush, there's like flowers and butterflies. Oh my god, so pretty. These are the Ombre blushes. But this one, if you go in and you like just kind of blend it on, you actually see the ombre on the cheek. I mean, it's so freaking beautiful. This shade, if you go all the way just in the top, it's like a super bright orange. And then you have a more kind of red coral pink down here. So pretty. And then this shade is Bella Pink. It's just a ombre pink. With this one, I like to take the brush and just swirl it between the two shades, and it just gives you this beautiful pink wash of color on the cheek. So soft and pretty. I've really been enjoying these. I have been tempted to go back on Moira and do another haul just to get some more of these because they are absolutely stunning. And then I also grabbed one of the cream blushes and the liquid highlighter. This is called the Love Heat Cream Blush. The shade is in Want You. This is really pretty. I really enjoy this. Blends beautifully on the skin. Gorgeous over powder. These blend beautifully over powder too. Long wearing. The formula is actually similar to the ones in these in the way that they feel, like the consistency. I would love to get some more of the cream blushes from Moira too. This was beautiful. Only thing from this set that I just wasn't really that fond of, even after trying it out some more, is the Aqua Liquid Highlighter. The shade that I got is in Bubbly Champagne. First of all, it's a little bit too light for me. But that aside, the formula, I just don't really like it that much. I don't think it's particularly smooth. I think it shows off a lot of texture on the skin. It doesn't give you like a wet looking cheek. It gives you kind of a glittery, textury kind of look to the skin. Not my favorite highlighter. I am going to play with it some more since it is newer to my collection. Might end up being a declutter at the end of the year, but I do like to give products a fair shot before I just, count them out. So I'm going to test it some more, but so far, the highlighter formula I'm not really liking. And then the last thing that I tried out for the month of July, I've also used the new Primal palette from Blend Bunny. That's actually what's on my eyelids right now, but this is the first time that I used it. So I want to try it out some more before I talk about it. So that one I will be talking about in August. But this is the Sugar High palette from Menagerie. This is my first ever experience with the Menagerie formula, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful. The packaging is very heavy. It is not cheap. It's cardboard, but it's not like cheap cardboard. It's got some weight to it. There's a mirror in the top. There are 12 shades. It's very like candy-like to me as far as like the tones in here. The shimmers are so creamy. They're so buttery and so wet looking on the eyelid. The only shade in here that I've had an issue with is Joey, which is the yellow. This was just not very pigmented at all. I tried to build it up with everything in me and it just was not building. With this shade, especially if you are a deeper skin tone, you're going to want to use like a white base or something like that underneath, or this is just not going to show up at all. Other than that, everything else was beautiful. Hopefully by the time you're seeing this video, I have already done some more looks or another look for a TikTok and my reels, hopefully, because that's something that I'm wanting to do. But like I said, except for this shade right here, this palette has been absolutely wonderful. I've really been enjoying it. Looking forward to using it some more. It was a good first experience from Menagerie Cosmetics and I have enjoyed it. So that is it for my first kind of monthly makeup beauty review and roundup. And once again, let me know guys down in the comments what you thought about it. Did you find this video to be informative? Is it something that you would like me to continue to do in the future? If you're new to the channel and you are not already subscribed, I would love it if you would consider joining my little family and hitting subscribe. Make sure you tap the notification bell so you can get notified of any videos coming up in the future. You can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Be safe. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.